this is only one episode? That is my take on episode 2 of Carole and Tuesday. Yet another 10 out of 10 episode, an amazing episode, which is incredible amount of content, right? I'm just like, what? When I watched it, and I was like, it's only 10 minutes now? I felt like I've seen, 1 or 2 episodes on the animes. I was like, oh my god, there's so much detail, there's so much characterization, so much stuff happening in every damn scene, that as soon as I watched the episode, I was like, I'm gonna rewatch it, yeah. I just went back, rewatched the episode one more time. I was like, I have to see everything again. Yeah, it's just so much stuff happening, and it's just an entertaining anime in all kind of components. It's drama, it's character development, it's world building, it is, it's comedy, it is everything, right? It's trying to be, of course, it's like an action shonen anime, but you know what I mean. It's so much different stuff there, and all different, like the technology on the side and so on. I mean, I could watch every episode like 2-3 times at least, right away to like, oh, I want to see it again, yeah. Especially if you watch the singing scene when they are at that opera house or the hall of whatever, like Marsh Immigration, whatever, it doesn't matter what it was called, but it's a good episode. So that's my first take on it. It is so much, I feel like it's so much content, right, for that normal episode time. And I think, one again, I want to say that like last week, I would definitely say though that one thing, of course, is just how would I say it? How she starts laughing there, right? There's like a flashback thing, and she starts laughing over it instead. And that shows you how she's the character, right? So again, like I said last week, it really is the whole, the show, don't tell, right? Instead of explaining to us, oh, here's a boring exposition of my childhood, I was an orphan and so on. You can see her orphanage story there, and you understand, okay, she's poor, she had no parents, but she's a tough girl, she's Genki, she has that going on, right? So you understand her, she's like tough and so on, right? That whole thing, but also that in the current state, she's like, that was very funny, yeah, like, she kind of laughs at, oh, I own that guy, and she can't hold in the laugh at the funeral. Like that kind of scene gave us so much of her backstory in a quick way, but also shows her current state of mind, right? I don't mean laughing, but I mean generally how she thinks of stuff and so on. I think that's like a good way, again, right, to really explain the characters. It was equally when the cleaning thing was happening. I really love this scene too, because obviously she's Odio-sama, so the rich girl can't of course clean, right? But the important thing here, I feel right away, is that the anime shows us that she's a very nice person, right? It shows that she wants to help, she knows she kinda messed up the place last night, and so we see the rich girl then trying her best, right? And of course, later on it's even worse and so on. So it's kind of a classic trope, I suppose, that a character trying to be a good waifu ruins it, but still though, it gives us, again, right, how she worked as a person. Okay, she's rich, right, and she's spoiled, so that spoiled thing kind of gives a person that can't really like do normal, acts, right? She can't really like, work the laundry machine. I think of Erin in Soma, that she's like how to, wash clothes, never done it before, but she's trying, right? It's the same thing here. She's trying. She's like, I never washed before. I can't do dishes, but I have to do it. I want to help her be her best friends now. I want to do the best, right? So I really like it. But again, it's like it's telling me so much about her as a character. Both of them, both the funeral scene and that scene. Again, right, the first 10 minutes just gave so much how they work as a person and so on. So I think that was really, really good. Really good. Just straight up, right, 10th episode. And I think that, again, as I mentioned last week, comes from how good the anime is to characterize the characters with using the showing of their emotions, showing their actions, so on. And so instead of knowing that, oh yeah, they're good people, we know that now because she's having to help her friend, right? Time to take responsibility. And last week we saw punching that kid that's trying to the whole I mean, it's both of them trying to do their best for sight, right, so to speak. Because I'm kind of over hyperbolic now, but you see what I mean, right? I think that's very, very strong. And so that's kind of the start of the episode, right? You can see more character development, a little world building and so on. Fantastic. Just straight up fantastic. And after that, we kind of see instead the progression, right? We kind of see how they're gonna become famous, and I love that. That almost made me cry. Right? I was like, man, this is so beautiful. We go into that hall, right, and start singing this song, and of course, he is recording it. I love that thing. I was saying it right away. It's like he's probably gonna share it, right? He's always Roddy is clearly some kind of, I don't know, music, producer, some kind of, man behind the DJ guy, right? He has like a big technology room, right, with a lot of stuff and so on. So it's clearly he's gonna have some followers, right? So, but generally, this thing was great because it shows us that okay, if you have the talent and you have the willpower, this kind of like guerrilla performance can launch your career, right? Even in the future, hopefully it is. So, but I think that a very important thing here is, and really important thing here, is that Angela, she's doing that weird, like, sing and you're gonna like measure your freaking biometrics and like do the perfect data values, and Tao is doing that stuff, right? And I finally figured out who he sounds to. He's Ishia from the Right. He's also doing Levi and it's like Law in One Piece and so on. But he really, in my opinion, sounds like Ishia, right? The manipulator guy in the Ra. That's the voice I'm hearing in his space. Okay, he has the exact same voice. But whatever. He's doing, as in Ishia, he's like, I'm gonna manipulate you. We're gonna make so much money. Yeah, he's doing that thing, right? So he's doing the typical super duper copyright data guy. We have all the resources in the world. We're gonna combine everything we have and just make you the biggest star, right? So he's doing that stuff, right? And at the same time, we see the other two girls that Carole and Tuesday, they are doing their guerrilla performance. So you can actually say in the opening and so on, that combines to them instead of doing a grassroots movement, right? Where of course Roddy records it, luckily for them, and then he shares it in Twitter and so on, right? People like that, and that gives them like fans, at the bars, right? Random people at the train. So they're getting a kind of typical natural growth. People say, yeah, this is freaking good. Yeah, I did be that. I think it was very beautiful. And also the whole scene with him recording it, they singing, the girl is like, I can't stop them, they're so good. All that was really fantastic. But also then generally, that's creating that grassroots, that respectable, kind of like that people really love them, right? They really like them. Yeah, they're getting their like real fans, right? They're super fans that really respect them and really loves their kind of music and all that good stuff, right? So they're getting that. While of course again especially Angela is getting the reverse, she's getting that mechanic thing, and Tao is like, yeah, you're gonna make so much money. Yeah, they're getting that super, boring copyright. So I think that episode does that really well too, right? How it like starts, I guess, the two different musical careers, right? One of them, again, then that's very sterile, but very data driven, obviously gonna increase a lot in the beginning. And the other one that's like the typical, the natural, right? So that is so good too, yeah. So it's so much, again, it's so much happening in this episode, which I think is very impressive. And I really was like, I just saw it. I'm gonna rewatch it because it's so good, and I want to see it again and really analyze the scene and so on. It's so much of happening. It's really remarkable, yeah. So, they're almost exhausted. It's just a good episode. It's just a good anime. What more can I say? The ending I liked. We see, because it gives a kind of guest character when he's doing that. Here's Johnny, and they're opening the door. Let me in, girls. I'm a fairy. He's doing that whole thing, right? And they're like, what the hell? And it's like, I know people, but I also like that, of course, Roddy's there too. So I'm guessing, right, that they're gonna help them, right? They're gonna be more the natural, that they like the music. They're gonna help them. They have some connection. Obviously, he's like a former music guy, and he's like kind of drunk now, but he's obviously gonna have some connection, right? And he's gonna try to, these people have real talent, and he's gonna try to make them go big, right? So I think that's gonna be a great experience too, following how these guys can do that, and of course another guys, the more technical guys, gonna to tell so on. And I get the expression too when we see the DJ guy, sorry, what his name now? He's he seems to be almost the biggest star currently, and has Roddy working on the side, right? I kind of get the feeling right away that it feels like Roddy is the actual mastermind. Right? He's the guy that actually is like, I do the track here, I do this stuff, I do the setting up, the lighting, everything. And this guy that goes out and he's like, yeah, look at me, I'm a DJ, yeah. And it's like a very nice thing, and he pretends to be the genius behind everything, and actually has that guy behind him. So I think that them getting Roddy is going to be a massive thing, but he's probably is the guy that makes, big DJ guy actually, work, right? Whatever his name was like DJ, I was thinking about it, so whatever, sorry, I forgot his name. But yeah, he had a very short scene. I blame it that he had like one scene, he was there for like 1 minute maximum. But anyway, my point of course is that I feel he's a fake, right? He's actually based on the other guy doing everything for him, right? Or not use him, but primarily him, I think. So when he's gonna have the girls instead, he's probably gonna go down, right, in rating and so on. He's probably gonna have a problem. He's probably gonna be an enemy there. He's probably gonna be a rival, right, to them as well, trying to use his power and his current standing in the music business, right, to ruin for them probably, because he's probably gonna get his main man, right? And he's gonna be like, I will help these girls because they're actual talent. They're actually, awesome. So I wanna like make them bigger, right? So I think he's gonna switch sides there, right, and join them instead. Or actually, he's probably gonna be more driving force in a way because he's probably has more connections. I think so at least. Maybe with episode 3, but eventually I think he's gonna go over, kind of do that instead, right? I think that's gonna be very interesting to follow the other characters too there. So that's really good. It's just a fantastic anime. You have to watch the anime, I keep saying, right? But if you're still in this free process, but you know what I mean. But yeah, that's about it. Very good episode. I can talk about it for 20 more minutes, but I feel like I've recorded very good stuff now. I think though that it's the best anime this season. I think episode 1 was the best first episode easily, and this against another 10 out of 10 episodes. I think this is very, very likely the best anime this season, and probably the best anime this year. I feel it's like a strong contender for that. I'm just thinking like, what anime did I see last season that I felt that episode 1 and 2 were as good as these 2 episodes? And the only thing I'm thinking about is Kaguya-sama. And Kaguya-sama I rated as the best anime last season, easily the best anime. I don't think anyone is even close to Kaguya-sama. I think Promise Never Land good so as well, right? But no. And Shit Here is pretty good as well, but like no, Kaguya-sama is like here, and the other one's like down here, right? Even the second best, it's like massive gap between that. So yeah, this is as good as Kaguya-sama. Maybe I should do like Kaguya-sama more though. I think it's different though. I mean, it's hard to compare them. Kaguya-sama is like the best comedy this year, easily. Obviously, the best comedy, hands down best comedy, and this is more like a drama, music. Yeah, it's quite different genres, so they're very hard to determine them. But I would say that it's definitely best anime so far this season. Easily, I mean, for me, easily 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 episodes, right? 11 out of 10, yeah, 2 episodes in a row. And it's only Kaguya-sama basically last season I felt. So, like, I seriously feel like I'm calling out, like this is gonna be the best anime this year. Very likely, episode 2 I say that, it's kind of crazy, but I'm like, nah, I'll stand by that. You gotta make your gambles fast, you gotta put it out early there. But I do feel it's very, very likely. The one thing I can see could fail anime, it's not really like the production value or like the aesthetics and the scenes and the music and so on. It's like, if it's a kind of really weird twist suddenly, one of them dies. I don't know. That point would happen. Maybe the end. But like, if something really, really wacko happens, that is like doesn't make any sense at all. Like M. Night Shyamalan twist happens or something, and it just completely ruins the characters. I mean, I could see it happening. I think it's extremely unlikely. But that could cost it like end of the season at least. That wouldn't win. One thing I will say though, we saw her mother right on TV and so on. It's clearly gonna be. I think predicting her, I think it's clearly gonna be a scene where her mother ruins their music rights. I think that definitely gonna happen. It's pretty obvious episode 1 and 2, but especially here episode 2, I think, which is on TV and so on. She's kind of showing her power, right? She definitely is gonna come in there, break up the relationship, oh my daughter should do this thing. So that will happen at least. There's definitely gonna be an episode or 2 where like they can't perform anymore because her mother's saying her house arresting her from that, and it's gonna ruin maybe a concert or something like that. So yeah, that is definitely gonna happen, and then she has to go and save her or something like that. But that is probably gonna happen. I think at least for 1 episode, probably 2 episodes. It's gonna be about that, right? 1 episode when it happens, and then the aftermath, and then like the saving of her or whatever, right? Or convincing her mother from death. That is probably gonna happen. I think there's like 99% sure that's gonna happen. That seems to definitely be hinted at this episode and episode 1 as well. So depending on how that goes, it might. I don't know. I also think this would be negative stuff. I think it's the best element season, hands down. Let's just confirm it, right? And press subscribe button, right? Press the like button, like the review, of course. Smash all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow with the insane anime Sara Sanmai, right? The Kappa anime where they're doing weird stuff with their that's a weird anime. Let's talk about it here. This perfect, beautiful anime. That anime is crazy. And also, characterization, I guess. I mean, I would keep watching the anime just because it's like, I don't know, it's soon over. I'm like, and it's over soon? I'm like, whatever, this is finished. I've seen 25 episodes. Might as well see the last episode so I get how it's ending. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Have a great day.